Hi, this is Sherry. I'm coming at you from Idlewild. We're up here on the mountain, and I didn't bring Lily today. She's having a hard time. She's hiding in the closet right now, so I just thought I'd leave her alone. And I went to pick up some crystals for my wands. I'll show you guys. These are my latest crystals that I got. I just go to what I'm drawn to, and I got leopard jasper. I got pink opal. I got rose quartz. I got carnelian. Isn't that funny that they're all color coordinated? But these are the ones that I got for the wands, and I'm holding them because clearly they're cards that I need. They're stones that I need personally. Always, whatever I'm drawn to is something that I'm supposed to get. So, okay, so I have several things that we're going to talk about, and I'm getting wind blowing here, which is really annoying. I love the wind. The winds of change are blowing big time, but things are a little bit chaotic right now. I don't know if you guys are noticing that, but the energy is really stirred up. And you know what? Here it comes again. So I might just turn backwards. I think I'll do it this way. Yeah, because I'm just getting blown everywhere. The energy is very chaotic right now. There's a lot of turbulent feelings that are happening. There's a lot of commotion, like that's happening with a lot of people as far as choices and decisions that are making. There's a lot of energy being released, and I'm just trying to get myself centered and calm. I wasn't going to come up here, and I'm glad that I did because I need that, and I don't like to come across to you guys in a tense state. So we're up here, and it's beautiful, and this is calming to me. So let me hold my stones in my lap. Let's not things have. And my phone's dying, so I'm using my Sandy Karasic's charger. Thank you, Sandy, you're a lifesaver. I stopped at the Lady of the Lake. Do you know that all this time there has been a Lady of the Lake up in Idlewild, and I didn't know it. It's been here for 25 years. Lady of the Lake is my spiritual shop in Temecula that I go to, and they've had one up here all this time, and it's huge, and it's got way more things than my store, and they're closing at the end of December. I mean, everything's closing. It's interesting because I walked up, and I named myself Lady of the Lake when I got to Canyon Lake. I always name where I live, and I walked up to the door, and it said Lady of the Lake closing. And I thought, it is. I feel like my time at the lake is closing as well. So much change happening. So there was something that came out in our the live reading that we did the other day that went on for 3 hours. Crazy. It was the pelican that was sitting above, and I called it a stork. And I caught that afterwards, and there's never any mistakes. I'm just noticing something right now. I'm just noticing the shape of this big giant stone, the triangle. Self, higher self, spirit, the triune working together, a couple and the divine. It's just interesting to me, the shape of that. I'll think about that afterwards. How I always say that. I'll think about that tomorrow in Tara. I should just be called Scarlet. I said to my mom, why don't you call me Scarlet, you know? Anyway, the fact that I said the name, the stork instead of the pelican was not a mistake. We were meant to talk about the stork today. So I have it printed out so that I can remember all the details because there's a lot. So I will let you guys, maybe, I wonder, hold on, let's see what this looks like. Let's see. If I do this, can you see anything? No, you just see light. So it's probably better in that direction, right? Okay, I'll just kind of turn around, look around this way. The wind is just gnarly crazy. Okay, so the stork. Now, first of all, coming back to me, first of all, the stork, you think about bringing babies, right? The stork drops the babies off. Ow, prickly. And we're talking about the planetary alignment, which we've already passed now. It's already done. We're there. We're now the woman giving birth. This is the new cycle. We're into October. I can't even believe it. And the full moon, my moon, the Aries full moon is coming on Wednesday. Big stuff, big shifts and big changes. So the stork is delivering the babies, right? You think about that. So it makes me think about the fact that that's what the planetary lineup is the woman giving birth. So this is new ideas, new jobs, new, business opportunities, new relationships, new way of thinking, new homes, new. Everything is new coming forward at this time. So that's the first thing I thought of when I thought about the stork. So then, as the stork totem, it is a symbol of life and birth. That's what it is. It's new life. So it's basically talking about, this could be a physical new beginning, or it could be a spiritual new beginning. As I said, a beginning of new ideas or thoughts or ventures. And when you look at the stork is a flyer. It flies in the air. So it's asking you to fly through your emotional body, through your mental body, to spirit. So connecting through the elements. It's definitely a time for taking action in your life. It teaches you to move in an era of relaxation. Now, with all of this chaos that's going on right now, because there really is a lot of mental chaos and a lot of literally energy that's just being unleashed. And when I stopped at Lady of the Lake, I started playing with a bunch of decks that were there. And there was an oracle deck that I really, really liked, and I almost bought it, but I was rushed, and it gave me 2 messages right away. One of the decks, I can't even remember what it was. It's a Rumi deck, actually. And you know how I told you how the lion kept following me everywhere? The lion keeps appearing with me. The lion, the lion, the lion. Even my banner picture on my Facebook page is the Queen of Wands, and I have 2 lions. And I said that I came in with the lion people. And I told you my twin is the deer. That's one of his totems. I've told you other things. Anyway, as I was trying to rush, he says, we got 15 minutes left. And I was, trying to put everything away. And these cards flew down onto the ground in front of me. And it was the lion and the deer. And it's soulmates. And it's speaking about, and it says, here we are again. Now we're back together after lifetimes. And do you remember me? It's time for us to go. And it was the lion who was the female, and the deer was the male. And that's why they show me the stag as the stag is the wild man of the green man of the forest. And I'm just telling you all these things right now because they're all just kind of coming into my head right now, and I don't want to forget about that, because I kept saying, I'm seeing the stag, I'm seeing the stag. So the lion represents the female, and the deer represented the male, the acorn man, the green man's bride, the stag. Another of the decks came out, and it confirmed a lot of the messages that I've been getting, that we've been talking about in our readings about, and our live readings about these big changes that are going on, and a lot of you having to stand your ground, and people coming against you, and feeling the need to defend your position right to the very end. And it's very arduous and a very long, hard won battle. But you will win it, but it's a hard battle in your it's very important to take care of ourselves right now, and get to a place like this, a place of peace and calm, to get yourself under control, because it's stressful. It's a stressful time. So even though these new beginnings that are coming, that the stork is talking about, even though these are new beginnings, and they are going to be blessed, these are actually happening. The divine is intervening, is what I was shown. The deck, this Rumi deck that I was looking at, is amazing, and it was talking about all of these things, and how yes, it feels chaotic, and it's scary, and these new beginnings are often fraught with what feels like dangerous. It's dangerous to you, and it might feel dangerous to you because it's something that you have never done before, or you're leaving a new way of life and starting something over, and you don't quite have your footing. That's the deer. Walk gently upon your path, and you may be coming out of a very difficult situation and not quite sure of where to put your footing, and you might be moving into a situation that you're not quite sure of either. And yet Spirit kept telling us to move forward. Remember the boat that was moving forward on the taut wire. You feel like you're juggling everything, and you've got the boat moving forward. Yes, the ship of destiny is actually moving forward, and you're doing this, but you're scared because you're walking a tightrope, And so what it was saying is, even though you feel this way, that the divine is stepping in. This is actually happening because, as I was saying before, we've been getting messages about what we were meant to do, and we're afraid to do it, or we didn't think we were ready to do it, or we were trying to wait. And remember, I brought up the Prince of Autumn, who had he had the plan, he had everything organized, but it was taking too long. And this was confirmation with the messages I got that the divine, our Father, Mother, is stepping in. And it's kind of like when the baby bird doesn't want to fly, and when a child like me, when I had my swimming lessons, like my grandson, I don't want to go in the deep end. I don't want to drown again. I've been there before and I got hurt. But it's like the teacher saying, throwing you in at the deep end, and Spirit's literally pushing the baby birds out of the nest. And so we are moving forward, whether we're ready for it or not. So even though it feels chaotic, they're saying, and even though it might be really, really frightening, it's absolutely in our highest good, and there's major blessings that are coming from it. So just that's, I wanted to say all of that as we move forward, because it's probably going to continue to come up. So at this time, because of what's going on, they want you to do as much as you can to keep yourself as calm as you can. Like Lily's in the closet. She's in the closet. She's doing the caterpillar thing. She's eating only when I feed her though, and then she's sleeping, and now she's in a closet hiding. So we may feel the need to do that. We may feel the need to pull away and move to our safe space, and whatever it is, we need to baby ourselves. We need to take care of ourselves. We need to do whatever we can to balance ourselves in a relaxing way. I'm supposed to go to Sedona at the last 2 weeks of this month, and I'm going to go to a float tank. And a float tank, I've spoken to you guys about it before, and a float tank has, it's all Epsom salts, and it covers your body, it covers all your chakras, and you float in a sound and a light deprivation chamber for 45 minutes to an hour, and it's the equivalent of 4 to 6 hours of a deep, deep sleep. That's how healing it is for your body. So those kind of things, they're everywhere. Just look it up, float tank, and it might be something that you would want to do, because I haven't been sleeping at all. I know my twin hasn't been sleeping. Neither one of us are sleeping at night. It's like I said, I don't think that Lily's ever gonna, she's not gonna recover while I'm here. It won't be until my twin and I finally get together that she fully recovers, because she's representing us, and with no sleep, it's very hard to recover. So they're saying that right now that the stork will help you in solidifying you and strengthening you, and in the domestic front as well. So if what you're going through is a situation at home, a domestic front, a situation, I know friends that are getting out of relationships that are very, very toxic, and they're very scared. I've got people writing to me saying, I'm really, really afraid, but they know, and the message is just to keep it as calm as you can. Don't fight. State your piece, but be very calm. Don't retaliate. Just keep everything cool and get the hell out of there. There's a lot of that going on right now. So this stork is asking you to take note of your communication skills, and they're showing you how to bring peace to all areas of your life. And it's interesting because these crystals that I got, all of these stones have a similar message. They have different ones as well, but they all will help with going through a very traumatic situation, or helping you with calming your energy. I'm holding on to these things. I mean, I clearly need them right now, and it's good for me to work with them. But they will go out on these wands, which will be very, very powerful. These are powerful stones, and they're beautiful. These are big ones. I got big ones this time, much bigger than the ones I've gotten before. And so Spirit is asking you to do that. Use crystals, use candles, use sea salt baths. Go to a float tank. Get out in nature like this. Come out here to a place like this. I mean, it's just me up here. I almost didn't come. I kept saying to Spirit, where should I go? Where should I go? And I kept seeing trees. I'm like, okay, I know, I want to live here. But, oh, that's better, isn't it? Then you have blue in the background. Yay, that's better. Sorry, I didn't know you guys were all whited out. Okay, so the stork brings you new ideas and inspires you to take on these new ventures that maybe you're frightened of, okay? And even though it's very, a stork is a big animal. It's kind of like, it reminds me of the whooping crane that I saw in Wisconsin. The whooping crane is tall and looks like a stork. So they're big, and they can be intimidating because of the size of them. So what it's talking about is, it's an uplifting and positive, what's going on, even though it may be intimidating, maybe it might be frightening, right? All these things that are happening, it's actually uplifting, even though it's scary. Sorry, I'm trying to get comfortable on this rock, and I'm not comfortable on this rock. So they're saying that even though it could be physically, because a lot of this isn't just a mental confusion or mental stress, it can be physically. I mean, once your mind has been in dealing with something for such a long period of time, it becomes physically intimidating as well. So they're saying that the spiritual values are more uplifting and more positive. And it's interesting, I was talking about, who did I say this to? I just said it to Brianna Craig. She made a comment about something, and I said mother love. Actually, no, it wasn't Brianna, it was another friend of mine, it was Trisha. And she was talking about how a little dog, it was a puppy, fell down inside this well, and it was buried under the water, and a man was trying to get the puppy out, and then the mother dog just pushed him aside, and she started digging. She went way down inside the hole, and I thought, how is that dog even alive? It was down. You guys might have seen the video. I couldn't understand it, what I was watching. The man was looks like he was in a big puddle, but the dog just went down inside to this hole and pulled out the baby. And I said, wow, now that's mama love. That's mother love. And that is what the stork represents, mother love. And how and it's like the love I feel for my twin. I've got that mother love, you know, like a mama bear. You know, you come against a baby bear and the mother bear will freaking rip you to shreds. That's the love, the nurturing love that the stork is giving you. And the stork is spirit speaking, right? Because the animal messengers are spirit's message. So they're letting you know that there's that mother love that will fiercely protect and guard against predators at this time. So you're not to worry, even though you are frightened, and even though this might be difficult, and probably the most difficult thing that you've ever had to go through, you are protected. The stork, their nests are some of the biggest in the world. So you've got birth, motherhood, protection, and fidelity, and provision, endurance, creativity. All of these things come into play with the stork. You think about the nest, creating the nest, and the fierce protection of the mother love, which is the nurturing love, which a man can have as well, right? With the divine goddess energy is in men and women. So it could be a protection of a man that's fiercely protecting the one he loves, just like a mama bear would protect the baby bear, right? And how the stork does with the babies. The stork takes care of the babies until they can deliver them, right? So they're telling you that another symbolism comes from, you think about the stork delivering the baby, that's about water. So water is feminine energy, water is emotion, water is purity, and you think about all flowing. So it's like if anyone's had a baby, you have a sack of water that comes out first. That's the water that comes out, the water sac. So the baby floats around in the sack of water, right? So the rounded bodies of water, such as lakes or ponds, were thought to symbolize the womb, which is kind of like what the stars lineup was, the planetary lineup, right? It looked like a woman giving birth in the womb. And the womb symbolizes rebirth, right? Birth and renewal. And after birth, we're considered a presence. It's all very, very sacred. It's all very sacred. It's interesting because the Europeans have a folk tale about the stork, and they mention a half man, half bird that rises out of the earth's womb that brings new life. It's possible that the half man, half bird is actually a stork emerging from the water with its beak bringing forth creation or new birth. It's interesting because I literally, who's that? Who is the Egyptian half man, half bird? I see that with my twin. I see him connected to that. And I've seen it recently in my dreams. That's interesting. So Juno, the goddess of hearth and home, that's Roman mythology. It also depicts a stork, and it's fiercely protecting what matters most to her. And the storks, I mean, they're known to be very ferocious in protection of what's theirs. I mean, and we don't want to we don't want to take karma into our own hands. We don't want to take vengeance into our own hands, or revenge. So when I speak and I say, somebody comes against someone I love, or like the stork will protect fiercely, we will protect what's ours. We will protect what's ours, and we don't want to fight, but we will. When it comes down to it, we will stand up and take care of what's ours, and make sure that who in our life and what in our life is. And this, it may not have may be a person, it may be a project, it may be a business, whatever it is. But whatever it is, it's talking about the opposition that may be coming against you. And the stork is fierce, and the stork is telling you that I'm with you. This is the energy. So you're going to call upon the wisdom of the stork when you're going through stuff like this, when you need this. When I'm trying to figure stuff out and I'm confused, I call upon the wisdom of the owl. My main totem and the owls is the great horned owl, right? So I call on the owl wisdom to see through the illusion, see through in the dark. I call for the cat for balance. I call on the tiger for fierceness. So for the stork, these are all the reasons that you would call on the power and the wisdom of the stork to help strengthen you, help bring you a sense of calm and peaceful energy that will help strengthen you and your mind, your mental state, your physical state, your emotional state. Because no matter, the greatest master does not have to flee from a situation. The greatest master is able to remain in a place of peace amidst the chaos. That is true master. So it's about remaining calm, keeping your attitude calm in the face of adversity. Because I was showing you, and what I kept getting was that we were going to have to defend our position. People aren't going to like what we're going to have to say, but we're going to say it. We're going to stand up. We're going to say it. We don't have to be a bitch about it. We don't have to be an ass about it. We have to be firm about it and compassionate and say, look, you know what? This is what I've chosen. I understand that you don't like it, but this is my life and this is what I'm doing. I'm letting you know, but I'm out, right? So this is calling on the stork to keep your cool when you're in a situation that could get heated. They'll get you in touch, help you get you in touch with what your true emotions are, And when you have a stork that enters your dreams, now you may have a stork that enters your dreams after this reading, and don't think that's just because, oh, it was because we were speaking about the stork. No, the stork may show up in your dreams because they're trying to help you get in touch with your true emotions. So you need to examine your relationships, particularly with family members, is what they're saying. Toxic family members, or is there something that needs to be dealt with the family member? Is there something that needs to be said? Is there a separation? Is there a coming together? It's about family members. Have you lost touch with what your fundamental roots are, who you truly are? Have you lost touch with someone that you love? Where you're meant to be, your soul family, your soul purpose, your path. This will help you get back in touch with the things that you've lost connection with. The stork symbolism tells you to get back to basics and don't take the family unit for granted. Now the family unit, like I said, it could be a family unit that you're running from or leaving or separating from, right? It could be that's going on. So it could be a soul family. And who becomes your family? Your home is where your heart is, right? Your home is where your heart is. Where you find love, where you find peace, where you find a sense of belonging, that's love. It doesn't have to be a birth family. Oftentimes it's not a birth family. Mine isn't. My family is my soul family, and I count on them, and I love them, and they're amazing, and they're there for me. And I feel very, very, very loved and very protected because I also know I've got this, right? My spiritual family that's all around me, and my animal messengers, and they are very real to me, and I believe in them. I don't talk bullshit. This is real stuff, and I believe in what I speak, and I walk my walk, and I talk my talk. So you as well. Don't think it's hocus pocus. You know, you call upon the wisdom of the stork. If you're going through any of these things and you need any of this kind of situation, you call upon the wisdom of the stork. That will help you. Okay. Our deck that we're going to be working with is one of the decks that I've been working with recently. It's Colette Baron Reed's, the Enchanted, what is this? The Enchanted Map. I love that word, enchanted. I also love the map right now because I feel like I need to be going on a journey. So the first card, how can I do this? I think I'll do it like this. Yeah. So the first message that we have, I don't want this to be in the shadow. Too much has been in the shadows lately. So goblins. I don't know if this came up. I think it came up with my friend Barbara recently. We looked at goblins. And goblins is talking about wounded feelings, or the hurt, or your something that's making you feel bad. It's talking about, let's look at it. Let's look at it close. You see this black cat in the front? Actually, I don't think it's a black cat. It's a ghoul. There's a ghoul with shining eyes, and one in here too. It's a creepy place. This is a creepy forest. There's a toad there. There's all kinds of creepy looking things here. There's light up there, but inside here it's kind of freaky looking. And the number is 5. So let's first talk about what the message for the number 5 is. Well, you guys look around, I'll tell you. We already know 5 talks about big changes. And actually, I know it by heart. Number 5 means there are huge changes, a significant change happening. It's occurring right now, and it's always for the better. Even if it feels scary, it's always for the better. So it's a good idea to call upon Spirit for help with these life changes. That's what the number 5 means, okay? So here, let's go back to goblins. And this could be wounded, this is your wounded self that may be rearing its ugly head. So you go into a forest. This forest could be very beautiful. To me, that looks like where I hang out, right? I like it. I'm not afraid here. But sometimes you go, this is when your wounded past comes up. So when your wounded past comes up, it might be talking about a time that you were wounded in your past in your childhood, or could be, you know, maybe in a past relationship. Something that you lost something of innocence. You lost some kind of innocence at that time, and even though you may have come past it, you've got the shadow. You've got these goblins that come out. They may come out in dreams. They may come out whenever, like say you've had a really bad relationship. Whenever you're faced with a relationship, you have memories of these goblins that come out, and they scare you, right? Or it could be something that's happened in childhood. Twin souls bring together. When they come together, they bring up the past, and that's what it's about. It's about bringing up the demons, and those shadows are there, and you have to face those shadows. But they're there when they come up as ghouls or as goblins. They're tricking you. They're teasing you. They're tricking you, and they're telling you that you're not worthy, that you can't do this, that you're a victim, that you're unlovable, that no one's going to forgive you, that they won't understand, that you're lacking what you need. You can't do this without me. They're a shadow. They're a shadow. They're a negative shadow. They're not true. They're false feelings, and sometimes it's you saying it. Sometimes it's you because you've heard it. Maybe you've heard it since you were a kid. You know, I heard in my head someone was saying they think I can't do this on my own. They think I'm not capable of doing this on my own. And when you've told that for such a long time, you start to maybe believe that, you know. And sometimes people will do really shitty things where they know what your buttons are, and they'll push those buttons in order to control you and control a situation to stop. So maybe someone who's trying to leave an abusive situation, and then the people there start pushing those buttons and all your insecurities, and bring up those insecurities so that you don't leave. Because in all reality, those kind of people are vampires. They want your energy. They don't want you to leave, not because they love you. They want you to stay because they're using you. They're hurting you. And it's a wounded part of themselves as well. So it could be you that's hearing these things, or you could be hearing someone else's, and it could be their own shadows that are causing them to behave this way. Maybe someone's just being evil, and it's their own shadows that they haven't looked at that is causing them to behave in such a hurtful, harmful manner. So when they show up, this is leading you into a situation, and as I said, that maybe what I kept getting is that somebody, I have so many, I can't tell you how many people have been writing to me that are in this transitional period, that are leaving. I'm going away. I'm leaving my family. I'm moving. I'm splitting up with my ex. I'm in the process of and they're all going through this traumatic time, and so it's a potentially reactive situation where words could fly, things could be said. I got that there's a lot of chaos going on right now. That there's anger that's being unleashed. This energy that's being unleashed, and so. That's why you want to call on the wisdom of the stork to keep you calm during this situation, right? Because you don't want to react. You don't have to react. You don't have to get pulled into their game. It's a signal of, this is about growth. This is about you standing your ground and really showing who you truly have become, right? And everybody's got flaws. So if somebody pushes your button and brings up something that is actually truthful about you, you know, it is true. I did do this. I have done these things. Yeah, well, we all have. I heard my twin saying he was saying all these things about himself, and I said, stop. You need to stop. You need to stop talking about yourself like that, because I don't see you that way. And I don't believe that, and I'm not listening to you. You need to stop talking about yourself in a negative manner. I say that to my friends. I say that to my kids. Stop. We all have foibles. We all have things that we've done in the past that we're ashamed of. We all have things that we're embarrassed by. We all have things that we don't like about ourselves. Physically, emotionally, the way we've behaved in the past, we all have that. So stop beating yourself up. You don't want to affirm those kind of feelings. Right? This is about releasing the resentments and the negative self-talk. Absolutely. About your body. I've got to do this with myself. I was just saying to my friend, I was sitting up here, trying to get myself calm after all these messages that I got on the way up here that were just all over. And I'm an empath, so I was feeling the energy of what was happening with these people. It was hard. It was rough. And I said, I've got to get my head together. I got to do this reading. I don't know how I'm going to do this. It's just gnarly, I'm and I was saying to her about myself, my physical self. I do this to myself all the time. And I said, dang, because since Lily's been so sick and I've been feeling this energy so much, I've been so tired. I haven't been sleeping at night, and I haven't gone to the gym. And I said, my body was all tight and firm and getting, I was feeling cocky. I was feeling really, really good. And I said, now I'm feeling like it's like winter hibernating season. I'm not feeling that great about myself. And then it's like, Stop doing that to yourself. Stop doing that to yourself. When you've gone through a period of a really rough time, no one expects you to be in your top form. So you can get back there. It's going to be okay, right? So if you're talking negative self-talk, you need to knock it off. I'm walking my walk. I'm talking my talk. So I'm throwing myself under the bus, telling you how I was saying, and I know that you guys are doing it too, because I have friends and I'm listening to what they're saying to me as well. So this is something that needs to be spoken about. And you can ask Spirit to help you. Right? Spirit is saying, expect miracles, ask for miracles at this time. They can and they do happen. And that was one of the messages I got. Oh, I love those little bluebirds of happiness. I love those. That was one of the messages I got when I was at Lady of the Lake, was that even though it feels chaotic and scary, the divine is stepping in, divine intervention is happening, and miracles are going to be happening. You need to relax, you need to trust that, because Spirit's telling you to move forward, and they're not telling you to move forward if it's a place that's going to be hurting you. They're telling you to move forward because it's better for you, and it's actually a blessing. Buttoning at my top because I was overexposing myself. Sorry about that. Okay, so the next message we have, oh wow, here we go, storm fields, exactly what I was saying. Okay, so you see this house, look what's in front, this cute little peaceful walk with a, what is that, a bumblebee, which is get busy and get the honey, but it also means sweet victory. Little toadstool, little happy little toadstool, daisies. And you see these birds up here, and they're getting the hell out because there is a storm coming after that house. So check it out. That's exactly what we've been talking about. This is where we've been. or you might be in this house right now, and that storm is coming. But look at these two birds. They're taking flight. They're getting the hell out. And look at their path ahead. As they get further and further away from this chaotic spot, it becomes peaceful. See, look at the road. I love that brick-brack road. That's so pretty. And the number 9 specifically, I think it's talking, 9 always talks about endings. Like a significant chapter of your life has come to a conclusion. So it's saying, get to work, light worker. You know, I'm a light worker. All of us that are awakened, we're all light workers. Get to work. The number 9 means you've completed all the prerequisites to achieve your life purpose. Stop procrastinating. See, Spirit has been saying that to us. Stop procrastinating. It's time to start taking these action steps. Even baby steps are useful. So if you look at this card, look at those they're like hopscotch steps. Every step takes you further and further away from the chaos and towards your true self. So this is what Spirit's asking for us to do at this time. This is a time, you know, there's storm fields. There's maybe a clash of ideas. There could be differences of opinion. It's definitely with storm fields. I mean, it's interesting because it's monsoon season right now in Sedona. Oh, what are they? Red finches. Okay, so there's a bunch of red finches. Red finches mean sudden flurry of activity. And that's why they just showed up. So whatever it is, there's an uncomfortable chaos. It's uncomfortable. You see that big tornado coming at the back of your house, and you're looking out there, you're like, oh God. So you can feel the energy that's building in a situation, right? Like the people that I've been writing back and forth to, they feel this energy that's between them and the people that it's very, very tense. That it's like when you walk into a kitchen after somebody's had a fight, or you feel that energy when people just don't like each other or they're not getting along. And it's that tension that you could cut with a knife, right? That's the energy that they're talking about right now. It's very uncomfortable. And maybe there are some things that you have left unattended. Maybe there's things that you have to take care of. Then maybe that's what's causing some of the conflict. It doesn't mean that you have to all be in a situation that's potentially disastrous, but there are things in your life that need to be taken care of. And maybe that have you taken care of your car insurance? Have you taken care of your what's it called? Registration. Have you done your taxes? Have you got a tax person? What are the things that you have not taken care of? There's things that you need to wrap up. That might be causing conflict in your life. Whatever it is, whenever storms happen, it's energy that's being released. It happens because it needs to happen, right? It's a break that has to happen. It must break. When the collision of forces come together, it must break. That's when the electricity between the opposing forces stirs everything up, right? And it creates this chaos. Oh, look at that finch on the top of I love that. On the sitting very tippy top. So get a bird's eye view of what's going on. Get into your higher self. Look at things from a higher perspective. What do I have to take care of? What do I have to deal with? This guy's getting a very good view of what's going on sitting up there. He's got a view of the entire valley. Gosh, you guys, it's so beautiful. It's definitely fall in the air. I can feel the cool air up here. It's chilly. I like it, but it's definitely summer over up here. And they're talking about, you know, storms that come up, like this chaos that comes up. It could be a good chaos too. There could be energy that's starting to snap and crackle and pop between couples. That's energy that's good. Whatever it is, it needs to happen. It's a release that needs to be expressed. And even if the chaos that looks like this, even if it looks like this, and it is uncomfortable, and it isn't a fun, you know, sexual or lovey-dovey, you know, excited chaos. If it's this kind of chaos, it's still good because things needed to be stirred up. Things needed to be cleared out. Sometimes you've been holding stuff in, you've been holding it in, and you haven't expressed it, and finally it just comes out because it has to come out. You can't stuff your feelings. You need to say what you have to say, right? And remember, whatever is stirred up between you and someone else, it's going to benefit you later, is what Spirit's saying. Like they already told us, there's going to be a blessing that comes from this. The sun is going to shine again. The storms don't last. They don't stay there forever. And they're also saying, don't be afraid to shake things up a little bit. You know, rock that boat. Right now, things need to be shaken up. They're asking for this to happen. And it's kind of being taken out of your hands. Spirit's having this happen. It's divine intervention. They're stepping in. So the next message, wishing well. So interesting, there's a mask floating in the air, a harlequin mask. The number is 48. Let's look up the number 48 first. You guys look around while I look up the number 48. Woo! The wind is blowing my stuff away. The number 48. So 4 is always about angels, and 8 is always about, abundance, because it's the infinity symbol. So, hold on, come back here. My cards are blowing down the hill. No, I won't be able to chase you. I won't be able to chase you. You'll have to come get me. Okay, hold on. That was interesting what I just said, wasn't it? I won't be able to chase you. You'll have to come get me. Who was speaking? Somebody was just speaking right then. Somebody was just speaking through me. You'll have to come get me. I won't be able to chase you. Okay. So if somebody needs somebody to pick them up, they need to let that be known. They need to show them where to go. Wow. You can see the moon peeking through up there, you guys. It's so bright and white. I don't know if you can see it through the trees, but that's really cool looking. So the number 48, I got sidetracked for a second by that message that just popped in. I won't be able to chase you. You'll have to come get me. Okay. I'll do it. If somebody's saying that to me, I'll do it. So the number 48, your prayers about money have been heard and answered by the angels. Well, that works, right? Let's go. We're good with that. We're good with that. Maybe that's what the wishing well is about. Right? There's gold. There's gold in this wishing well. So have you been asking for financial security? Have you been asking with help in a project, or getting a project off the ground, or the money to move to a place, or because the number, they're telling you that it's there. She's standing there in this field, and what is that right there? A big white butterfly. How interesting. And it's glowing. There's gold falling from heaven. Basically, there's gold falling from heaven. So it's coming out of nowhere. So it's like I said, the divine is intervening right now. So they're talking about when your heart's desire and your life's purpose meet, that's when manifestation happens. That's when it works. Whoa. Okay, the birds are on the move, man. They're going by like little dive bombers. They're just like left, right, and center. So when spirit and matter join together, it happens. When what you have been desiring, or your passion, or your soul's purpose, and the divines meet, that happens. So that's what's happening in this. Where'd it go? Gosh, did it blow away? Sorry. I like being outside doing our readings, but it's difficult when stuff keeps blowing away. Here it is. So this is the divine intervening. Whoa, you guys. See? Told you. They're all on the move. That's amazing. So the divine is intervening here. Boom. Seemingly out of nowhere, your way is going to be made. I'm going to give you all the different messages I get. So you may not see a way out, or you may not see a way through, or you may not see how you're going to do this. How are we going to pull this off? How am I going to get the money to do this, that, or the other? How am I going to blah, blah, blah? And out of the thin air comes all these coins, these gold coins, into your wishing well. So whatever you've been wishing, it's being supported by spirit. Oh, there's a blue jay. That's a stellar jay. You can't see him. Hold on. I'm going to walk over there. You guys have to see this stellar jay. I don't see them up here very often. Stellar jay talks about speech. That's why we're going to see it, and that's why he appeared. The stellar jay talks about using your voice and speaking up. There he is. Oh, you're beautiful. But it also says, do not allow anyone to bully you or push you around. You guys can't see him. He's right in the middle, right with the moon. Look at the moon. He might come around. There he is, flying through. So be careful how you use your speech. Remember, if people are coming against you, if this is a situation that's going to be gnarly or combative, they're saying be careful the words that you use. There's no need to be nasty. But they're also saying he flew away. Do not allow anyone else to push you around or bully you around. Use your voice appropriately, but absolutely do use your voice. This is a time when Spirit's asking you to speak up. And that finch is still sitting on top of there, at the very tip top, surveying his surroundings. So the wishing well doesn't just speak about money. The wishing well speaks about everything. So this may be when you recognize a soulmate coming together. This may be what you have been wishing. How is this ever going to happen? How are we ever going to connect? I haven't heard from him. I don't know how to reach her. I don't know where they live. I don't know. I haven't seen them. Nothing. Whatever your questions are, this may be that coming to you out of thin air. All of a sudden, boom! You're going to bump into somebody. All of a sudden, you're going to get a phone call. You're going to get an email. We've been getting that. That there's going to be. I have been getting that actually. I think I spoke about it in the live reading that we just did. That there's going to be communication that comes, and I was saying myself, what? How is that going to happen? I don't know. I can't do it because I don't know how to reach the person, and I don't know how they're going to reach me. But they're saying it doesn't matter because Spirit's going to take care of it. This is an aha moment when all of a sudden everything makes sense. Maybe you've been trying to figure something out, and you just couldn't see how you could do it. I don't know how I'm going to do this, or I can't see how this would work out. And all of a sudden, boom, Spirit lines everything up and you realize it. Maybe all of a sudden, like I said, in our live feed, we were talking about the birth of something new. So it could be an actual child that's being born. It could be a project that's coming, an aha moment. Remember, we were going to get some aha moments. And that's the finches, when they all flew like that. The finches mean there's going to be a great deal of sudden activity in whatever area. It could be any of these areas. It could be your soulmate and you coming together. It could be that you start up a business. It could be that you're moving. It could be whatever it is. There's all these different things. It's new life, whatever it is. And it's positive and it's a blessing and it's good. Even if it feels tumultuous, there's unseen forces that are working for you. They're on your side. What is it? Michael Bernard Beckwith always quotes Joseph Campbell's quote, and out of nothing and out of nowhere, there will be windows where there was once just a wall. And there's another, and I never say it right, I know that, I never say it right, but it doesn't matter, you get the idea. And also there's the oracle message that we've gotten often about the wall. We've come up against a true wall. There's a brick wall, and how are we going to get through it? Or the hedge. My twin and I, we came up against a hedge 2.5 years ago. It was a prickly hedge, and I saw that there were pathways underneath it and other people had gone through before, but I couldn't figure out how to get through. And I didn't realize that he was stuck upside down in the hedge to my left. He couldn't get through. He was stuck. And so we've been trying to get through this hedge for the last 2.5 years, right? And all of a sudden, they say there's going to be a way where the wall has already started to come down, where there's a pathway under that you can go. Spirit's going to point the way. We don't have to know, and sometimes it happens at the very last moment. All we know is that there's divine intelligence at work. So it's the spiritual CIA working for you. I like that. I don't like the CIA. I don't like the FBI. But this is a spiritual CIA. So it's undercover operations that are happening. And there's possibilities of new life coming in very magical and fanciful and creative ways. And we don't know how it happens. We don't know why it happens. It just happens. And so they're just saying, oh, there goes the blue jay. Oh, I want him to come close to us. I want him to come close to us. He's so beautiful. He's one of my favorite. There it is right there. It was like, it's a pair. There's the one right there. See? Can you guys see? Oh, it's a pair. Oh, their color is just glorious. They're my favorite mountain bird. Favorite mountain bird. Oh my God. I mean, I'm sorry. I won't say that about my osprey and my hawk. But you know, with the little birds, they're my favorite bluebird. Come on, they're gorgeous. So whatever it is, you're not going to be able to control this. You're not going to be able to stop this. You're not going to be able to even steer it. That's the thing when this kind of stuff happens. When there's divine intervention, I have been praying. I have been asking for divine intervention on behalf of my twin and I, divine intervention on behalf of Lily. And when divine intervention steps in, they have it. And we have to just sit back and just like that ship that we saw going on that tightrope on the ball, it was like, it was scary, right? You just hold on. You just hold on. You're not going to fight it. It's kind of like Cali coming in. This is the Cali ending, and the new beginning is now here. So this is the tumultuous but exciting ride of your life that you weren't expecting. It's right here. So you need to just kind of like, I'm a channel, right? That's what I am. I'm a channel. I get my messages from Spirit. They channel through me. That's why I heard that somebody said that to me. I won't be able to chase you. You'll have to come get me. I heard that because I'm a channel. So we have to be a channel and allow Spirit to just move through our lives in the way that they feel is in our highest good when we've asked for divine intervention, which many of us have right now. So basically, at this time, whatever your intention was, you know, when like we saw in our live feed, it was Artemis that had the bow. So whatever your desire is, you pull back your bow, you aim, you get your bow and arrow, and you aim, and you pull back your bow, and then you let it fly. And you let it fly, and you let Spirit guide it. So when you let it fly and you let Spirit guide it, it goes and it will hit its mark where it's meant to hit. Spirit knows where to hit the mark. We may not know. We may not see the ins and outs. We may not be able to get past that prickly hedge. My twin and I weren't able to get past it 2.5 years ago, but now Spirit's going to do it because it's time. Not to mention that it's a gateway right now. The twin souls are coming together this fall. There's another opening. So that's another thing, another message because many have asked me about the twin souls. And yes, there are appointed times that they come together. And this is another one of the openings. Doesn't mean that you're going to be connecting with your twin soul, but many are actually at this time. So that's that message. The next message goes hand in hand with that. I forgot what these cards were because I've been so discombobulated and so stressed out over about what I was dealing with. Coming together. Oh my God, isn't this what we talked about the other day? Yes, this is it. This is the card. And I called it a stork. I called it a stork, but it's a pelican. So here we see the pelican. And remember I said to you guys, now there's number 8, infinity symbol. So an abundance of love, of ideas, aha moments, of money, of inspiration, of support.
That's what the number 8 signifies. And here we see the pelican, which represents forgiveness, working as part of a team. Again, another water bird that flies over its emotional waters, but they work as part of a team. You see the giant heart, which to me represents spirit, and then that's higher self, and that's self, and there's the couple. And the giraffe as a totem in itself represents psychic knowledge, because they're able, with their long necks, they're able to see what's coming into the future. So there's something coming together. What's coming together? Could be couple coming together, right? The soulmates that are coming together. Clearly, with the hearts lining up, that would be the first thing for me that it would represent. And spirit is presiding over it, and it's going to come to you. Maybe there's going to be, like I said, information that's going to come to you. It's going to fly to you, so it's going to come to, maybe somebody's flying towards you, or maybe you're going to fly somewhere, or maybe you're getting information over the internet, or a text message, or a phone call, or a letter. And this is the divine, absolutely, with the crown. And then the couple and the higher selves, we're all connected, all as one. However, the pelican also represents community, right? They work as part of a community. So here's the soul family. So maybe this couple won't have a family. I don't have a family that believes in my belief system. They've cut me off. And there's a lot of people that are doing that at this time. There's a separating going on, and a lot of people are having a hard time with that. They've never been without their family, but they're having to choose their path, and their path goes against what their family believes. So here now, this will be their soul family, right? And then their higher selves and selves. So we're all part together as a community. There's people coming. I hate when they come when I'm up here. Look at the colors are changing, you guys. So the different things, it doesn't have to be just about couples. It could be, as I said, job ideas coming together. It could be, I don't know, it could be a spiritual connection. But whatever it is, they're talking about expression of self, romantic, familial, spiritual. There's definitely somebody else involved at this time. It's not just you. Here comes people, lovely. It's not just you, but it definitely is talking about a giving and take between another, a significant other. It could be a friend, an animal, spirit, but it assures you that love's there. It's come calling, and it's looking for its partner. And it's a magnet, and you're a magnet, and you're attracting this. This is a time for harmonious, caring partnerships and relationships. That's when this all comes together. So mostly, this is about love. Family, soulmate, twin soul, whatever it is, it's love. And our last card, we may have to get up and move if the kids want to run around on the rocks. It's okay. It's okay. I do a weekly reading, and I don't have to take over the whole rock, though. I can move. Do they want to come up here? I can move.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay. So our last message is peaks of joy. That goes along well with the last card, right? It's beautiful. Look at her flying. She's like right on. And the number 33. So the number 33, I'll let you guys look around because the colors are changing again. So the number 33 is speaking about, well, 3 ascended masters. So there's 2. So the ascended masters, you have a strong and clear connection with one or more of the ascended masters who have answered your call. So you've put the call out and they have answered you. That's the divine intervention that's happened. They want you to keep talking to them because they're helping you with the present situation that you find yourself in. So you're not alone. You're not on your own. Spirit is doing this. This is divine intervention. You're being helped. So at this time, this is an exciting time. She's flying, she's leaping, she's got a butterfly. Full transformation, peaks of joy. So she's in her spirit, she's connected to spirit. There's stars shooting out the back of her cape. This is a place of bliss to me. Peaks of joy. I mean, I can't think of 3 of them. Did you see that? Did you catch them when they went by? There they are again. 3, self, higher self, and spirit. And they're playing. 3, we got the 2 33s, right? The number 33. Oh, they're fun to watch. They're fun to watch. And look at the colors changing. Look at the trees changing with the sun as it goes down. Everything's so beautiful. So peaks of joy. Let's see, what else could they represent? So it's basically whatever it is. They're saying you're going to be happy. Doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what it is that your inquiry, you're worried about, or whatever that you're trying to do. You're going to be happy with it, even though it might be chaotic. Whatever this is, you've worked hard for it. You've brought this towards you, and you're surrounded by what they're telling you is like what I just saw with those little. Look at the 2. Okay, see the 2 up there? I don't know if you guys can see them, but there's 2 Okay, there goes the one of the finch right there, but there was the two of them. They were sitting there. And you see all of these ones having fun, running around, right? They're playing. So you're surrounded by true companions. So you may have had to walk away. You may have had to walk away from a situation. You may have had to walk away from a family. You may have had to walk away from a business. You may have had to walk away from some kind of alliance. And maybe you didn't have to walk away. Maybe you're just actually being blessed and you're being brought together with the ones that you're meant to be with. But at this time, they're saying these are true companions. This, like my soul family, this is my true soul family, right? And they're talking about synchronistic events that are bringing everything together. It's all lining up because Spirit stepped in. This is not just something that we've done on our own. This is Spirit stepping in. We're not doing this all alone. They're basically saying things are in harmony, and the birds that are all flying together, they're playing, and it's happy, and it's going to be wonderful. It's exhilarating, it's exciting, it's hopeful, it's happiness, and Spirit wants you to feel that, and feel that gratitude, feel that happiness, feel that joy. Allow it to lift you up, right? Look at this. How could you not be super excited to be up in a place like this? They want you to share your happiness. They want you to let go of the fear, let go of the sadness, let go of the chaos or whatever it is that's surrounding you. Take a look at this right now and get out of that moment and just be in this moment right now. Because this kind of energy, what you feel right here, what you get in a place like this, that's what's coming to you. That's what Spirit's bringing to you. And it's beautiful and it's wonderful and it's yours and you deserve it. So those are the messages that we have. And I think I started talking really, really fast because I was worried that they were going to have to come up here and play. And so I don't even know how long have we been talking. Oh, it's almost an hour. We've been talking a while. So it just, you know what? When I do these readings now and they're only an hour, I think, oh, it's only an hour because our live feeds are like 3 hours long and it's craziness. Okay. So while I'm up here, I will tell you again, I'm a Reiki master, I'm a life coach, I'm a channel, I'm a medium, I'm a psychic. I do personal readings. I do dream analysis. I do long distance Reiki healing. I'm a Reiki master. I sell Queen of Wands, ceremonial sage wands, white sage, the very, very most powerful white sage. They're beautiful. They're enhanced with the crystals that I showed you, right? They're wrapped in beautiful leather wrap, and they have these gorgeous crystals that are attached, as well as an angel wing or a feather. Some have, there'll be other charms. So I sell them if you're interested in those. I also have the ceremonial sage sachets that have a crystal that's Reiki charged, and every one has a message that comes from Spirit specifically for you. And as I said, the crystal is charged with Reiki, so it's your crystal. It's very, very powerful, very healing. And I have them in small, medium, and large little sachet bags with loose sage that you can burn in a dish, so I have those as well. So they have their own page on my website, which is www.theangelswhisper.com. You'll find the pages there. The Queen of Wands sage has its own page. My readings have its own page. My life coach has its own page. Anything that could help, I'm there for you. My website is www.theangelswhisper.com. My email address is sherrycolumbus@yahoo.com. SherryColumbus. Like I said, I'm going to Sedona. Ooh, look at that. Like that. I'm going to Sedona at the end of the month for a couple of weeks. So we'll be having readings from there. That'll be pretty cool. That's the plan anyway. Who knows? You know, Spirit's got stuff going on and things may shift. Oh, you guys, look at the colors. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, you can't probably see it as well as I can. It's getting cold. My fingers, I feel like I need gloves. I had my daughter in Canada. She was little and she had a little snowsuit on. She wanted to go outside. She was so excited. And I said, you better get your gloves on. She goes, I don't need my gloves. I don't need my gloves. It's fine. And I said, it's going to be cold. No, it's fine. It's fine. And I was thinking that today, you know, when I got dressed, I thought, no, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Now I'm freezing. And so she goes outside and she touches the snow and she goes, I need my gloves on. I need my gloves on. I need my gloves on. It's freaking freezing up here. I'm cold. Woo. Okay, you guys, let's do a solar meditation. We have enough time for that. As you see this incredible solar meditation, pull this into your crown. Okay, we're going to ask Archangel Metatron, please come in balance and clear our chakras at this moment. Thank you, Father. Bring Archangel Raphael. We want his healing energy. And we ask you to put this golden sun, this solar divine masculine, pour it into our crown and let it go all the way down and light up our chakras all the way down. As it does, it's going to light them up, fill them up, and then this golden lava is going to start swirling from all of our chakras. As it spins and spins, it's filling up. It's continually filling up. The rays that are going down are filling us up. And as it does, it gets to the top and it
bubbles out over the top like a volcano, pours down all around the outside. So what it's done, it's burned off any fear, worry, or doubt that's been inside of us, in any attachments, any ill feelings, anything negative that's within us has been burned off. And it's unconditional love, loving energy that's coming from the solar, from the divine masculine, from our Father. And now that it's bubbling and going down over the outside of us, as it starts to go down, it burns off anything that's on the outside that's come against us, anything that has been picked up from negative energy, from other people, from outside sources, whatever it is. And as it goes down, as you see the sun now going down, you see it's cooling, it's going down behind the mountain. And as it does that, the golden lava that's kind of gone down the outside of us, it starts to cool and it starts to turn into a titanium shield. So the titanium shield is now going around. I don't know if you guys are getting rays or if you just see the glow. But we'll do it. I'm going to do it like this. Okay. So we're asking for the ray to go down all around us, all around us, all around us. And now we have a titanium shield that's covering down over us. And we're going to ask, it's like our armadillo plating. See these lines on my dress? It's like that. They're closing up. All the way down, all the way from the top, all the way to the bottom, completely shielding us with an armadillo titanium plating. On top of that, we're going to ask for a mirrored shielding. So it looks like this. So when somebody were to come at us or throw something at us or any energy that comes against us, it'll bounce off us like that. It'll be like, boop, like a reflection. So now we've got that mirrored shading and we are completely sealed in. We thank Archangel Raphael for the healing energy. We thank Archangel Metatron for the clearing and balancing. We ask now that our crown chakra be closed and we're sealed in, top to bottom. You can do this with yourself, with anyone else, and we're right in time. Perfect timing. There you go, guys. Thank you for being with me up here in this most beautiful place. And remember that no matter what we're going through, it's to our highest good and everything's going to work out beautifully. And we have joy coming. Incredible, beautiful, blissful, incredible joy coming. I wish you love, light, and happiness. We'll speak soon. Goodbye.